Okay, guys, I'm back. It's Divine Truth Tarot. This is going to be a succinct reading because I'm in the middle of studying for hypnotherapy. But Spirit was nudging me to do a reading today, and I finally gave in. So I was sitting there listening to a video for my hypnotherapy class, and I pulled out my deck, my favorite deck, the Light Seers deck, to find out what light and shadows are going on right now, the masculines, and we got some very interesting and very powerful energy. So very quickly, guys, if you'd like a personal reading with me, please reach out to me at the email in the description box below. I'm currently booking 2 weeks out, just so you know, and I will be going on vacation the weekend. Well, it'll be a week starting July 18th and a full week, so 7 days. I will not be doing bookings, but I'll remind you guys when the time comes. I also offer distant Reiki healing sessions, energy healing, to balance out your chakras, to help with your ascension symptoms, and also to assist with your connection with your masculine. And lastly, I offer true purpose coaching sessions. Now, the hit right now are my North Node readings. It's North Node, South Node readings, which is a destiny reading, what's written in the stars for you. I'm having a really fun time doing those readings, guys. I'm feeling very called and compelled to do those readings. So I may even at some point do those readings solely because it's so powerful to know your own path separate from your twin. And I'm really here to empower you guys. So please inquire. The email is listed below. And thanks to all of you who reached out about helping me with my website. I will be starting to work on that. So we will have a website for bookings and lots more information coming so soon. Okay, guys, let's tune into these cards. So the card that's crowning the reading is the Death and Rebirth card. We have Scorpionic energy coming through. I'm a Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Venus myself, and I know a lot of you guys are Scorpios or have very strong Scorpio placements as well. So let's zoom on in here so you'll identify with this card, and it's also lucky number 13. So this is the card of the Phoenix rising from the ashes of his or her past, okay? So the masculines are in a deep transformation and transmutation of their past selves, their old lives. They're being burned to the ground. So even though Scorpio is a water sign, I very much see Scorpio as a fire energy, very passionate and very much not scared of the taboo subjects like death. You know, they say it's a sign of death, taxes, and sex. So not scared to talk about those darker things. And the masculines are really plunging into the dark night of the soul so that they can be reborn. So that is the energy crowning the reading. Now we've got 2 other energies that came out that are supportive energies, if you will, of the reading. And that's the Justice card, which keeps on continuously coming up for these twin flame readings over the past month. And of course, that's the Libra energy, balancing the scales, guys. So this is about karmic endings. This is about justice being brought into your connection, and definitely divorces and separations of the legal level. Or this could also be legal resolution. So if your masculine is not in a karmic partnership or marriage, this could just be about legal issues from work coming out in their favor, okay? King of Pentacles energy. This is Pentacles. This is like, I love the Pentacles because while the Cups energy, right? King of Cups is all about heavy in his emotions and in his heart. The King of Pentacles is more balanced. So this to me is the perfect balancing of heart and mind, right? Soul and spirit. And I just love that he's just so confident. So the masculines through this death and rebirth process are very much getting into this energy of King of Pentacles, ready to give you everything. This is a very accomplished king, an accomplished masculine. Okay, it's the dog is in the card that indicates friendship, that indicates you and your masculine restarting your friendship. So the masculines are going to come in not as hot and heavy as they were before because the respect is being earned by the feminine putting up his or her boundaries, and the masculine is respecting that and is going to come in with a different energy. And if your masculine is coming in those lower level vibrations, it's because A, you're allowing it, B, you need to work on your boundaries, and C, you're seeing them from the energetic standpoint of less than who and what they are. So we really need to rise above the past. Forgiveness work is crucial right now as these masculines go through this death and rebirth energy. Now let's move into some of the messages here. I asked for headspace. We have headspace, heart space, which is phenomenal. And then we have messages, okay? So in the headspace here, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, coupled with this King of Pentacles, this is about stable beginnings, really planting the seeds, guys. When they come in, they're coming in correct, they're coming in solid. So if it's taking a while and you're hearing about other people getting communication and you're not, just know that it's in the making behind the scenes. Okay, so do not despair because this solid foundation is being built. And interestingly enough, this is coupled with the Hanged Man energy. But in this particular deck, this is very much a vulnerable, heart-opening energy, okay? A backbend always indicates heart opening, vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, wanting to share a piece of one's soul. And you can see there's this water energy, so I very much feel the Piscean, Scorpionic, and Cancerian energy here as well, coupled with the Pentacles earth energy of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So we have this energy, this earth energy and this water energy. So the water purifies. Many feminines are being drawn to water right now. Salt baths, the ocean, lakes, rivers. It's summertime in Northern Hemisphere. So make sure that you're listening to your body and getting the purifying and cleansing that you need from the water element. The earth element, grounding, bare feet in the ground. Spending time in nature, spending time outside. Because in the mind of the masculines right now is this fresh new start. This foundation that's going to take hold and it's going to give birth to something phenomenal, to something that has a solid foundation. But currently they're in this energy of planning. It's like plotting and planning behind the scenes, and they're learning, they're growing, they're learning how to be vulnerable, and yet they're thinking in this time where they're hanging out here in this Hanged Man energy, they're very much thinking and plotting and planning about what comes next. We cannot see this in the 3D, but trust me, guys, if you read the comments, more and more people are getting communication, and more masculines are coming forward with the truth and letting their feminine know that, yes, they are making moves. So let's move on to the heart space. We have the Sun and the Star, two major arcana. Look at all the major arcanas. Death and rebirth, justice, the Star, the Sun, the Hanged Man. Okay, that's a lot. I mean, that's about 50% of the cards, major arcana cards, indicating that not only are the masculines making moves, but the universe is pushing them forwards, is pushing them into this new cycle as they end old cycles, as they release their karma, as they purify their karma. So in the masculine's heart space, guys, it's all about the feminine. It's all about this fresh start. He's wishing on a star. This card keeps coming up. The Star card keeps coming up over and over, along with the Justice card for these connections. This is indicating to me that there's magic in the air. There's magic in the heart of our masculines. Even in their darkest nights, the feminine is the light that lights their way. And you'll hear people, again, if you're reading comments, you will hear people saying, you will read people, feminine, saying, my masculine told me that in our time of separation and silence, that I was the light in his darkness. And that's exactly what they're feeling. They're going out at night when they can escape from whatever karmic situation they're in, work, family, relationship, and they are looking up at the sky and they're talking to you, feminine, and they're asking God and the universe and their higher power, where is she or he, and when will we reunite, and how can I gain the strength and the courage to move forward? It's almost like as I'm reading this, I'm feeling my heart flutter and I'm feeling a heat in my throat, in my chest, and it's rising. There's so much the masculines have to say that they've been holding in, and the time is coming for them to speak their truth. They're no longer going to be able to hold back, because as you see in the Sun card, this is a woman overcome with joy. And the Sun, the energy of the Sun, solar plexus activation, and this is all about the masculines healing their solar plexus, their worthiness, their center of personal power is starting to open and activate. And as that happens, they will no longer be able to come up with excuses to stay in these karmic situations or in this karmic energy. If it's an addiction of sorts, or it's a job, and if it's maybe not a partnership, they're not going to be able to even give themselves excuses anymore, because the light of the feminine is so strong. And as the feminine lights and shines, lights her path and lights their masculine's path, what's happening is the masculines are learning how to light their own path. And they're realizing that there's so much more to work for and to live for, and there's so much more to look forward to in life. So they're coming out of this dark night of the soul energy at this point. It doesn't mean that they won't go back and experience more dark nights of the soul. It just means that at this present moment, their energy is very beautiful in the heart space. And it's not even a pining or longing energy. It's a beautiful energy of love and peace and joy being brought into their heart space. So I feel like the hearts of the masculines have activated over this past eclipse weekend with the new moon and solar eclipse in Cancer. Cancerian energy is all about the home. It's a water sign. It's the most emotional sign of the entire zodiac of all 12 signs. Cancerian energy is about the mother. It's healing mother wounds. And so with this energy, the masculines have been able to go within to activate and balance out their own inner feminine energy. So as within, so without. So as they balance and activate and integrate this energy inside, it's going to be reflected on the outside by them calling their feminine in. So a lot of feminines are going to be called to reach out to the masculines at this time. And as always, I'm going to advise you guys to go with your gut instinct and go with your higher self and ask your guides, is this the right thing? Am I reaching out from my higher self, or am I reaching out from ego? And only you know the answer to that, divine feminine. And then lastly here, we have the energies here for the messages from our divine counterparts, from the divine masculine. We have, now it's interesting, don't get freaked out by seeing that Three of Swords, because I'll tell you what's going on. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy, and the Three of Swords. So why is the Three of Swords here if we have the Sun and the Star and this new beginning and Ace of Pentacles and all this beautiful energy in the rest of the reading? The masculines are saying, I will be victorious. I may be presently heartbroken, and I may have felt like I lost you. I may be going through a divorce or a very painful breakup or custody case, or just an identity crisis, this dark night of the soul energy, whatever it might be for your situation and your counterpart, your masculine. But I will be victorious because I have the strength of a lion and I know who I am. And this feels to me, this Three of Swords energy feels more like the energy of the past. So even if it's currently in their present environment, I feel as though it's passing through, and these eclipses are wiping away this pain and betrayal and trauma, cleaning out, any mother wounding, healing the mother wound, okay, and connecting to the divine feminine. And as the divine masculine does that, they realize that the only person who has ever really held their hearts and ever really understood them, seen them, heard them in such a beautiful, deep way, or in any way, is the divine feminine. So this is more the energy of their soul crying out for them to come into inner alignment and union with their divine feminine. So I feel like this is the heartbreak that they've been causing themselves by turning their back on the connection. They're not heartbroken about leaving a karmic partner, just so I can make that clear. If it's a higher level soulmate, that will be a different situation. But if it's a karmic partner, they're not heartbroken over that. They may be heartbroken or sad over the kids and the custody of the children. They may feel like a failure. They may be going through these emotions, but it's not about the karmic partner. I want to make that very clear because this will be painful for some feminines. It's about the betrayal, the self-betrayal that the masculine has put themselves through, and turning their back on the one person who's offered them unconditional love, the one person in their entire life who has had their back no matter what. And they know that that's their divine feminine, and they know that they've turned their back on both their inner divine feminine and their outer, their external divine feminine, which is you, the embodiment of the divine feminine energy, which is in the physical world, in the 3D world. And they're really broken up about this, but they're telling you, I'm healing and I will be victorious, okay? I will bring in passion, but a different kind of passion. Remember, we have the King of Pentacles energy. This is solid, this is stable, this is confident, but it's not coming from ego. It's coming from the heart of a lion, the strength of a lion, quiet fortitude, courage, loving strength. So please understand that they are on a journey right now. They're on a journey back home to themselves, back home to you. They're one beloved through all lifetimes. Scales of justice are being balanced and brought into all of these connections, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. And the stability and the foundation and the commitment is coming in. Have a beautiful night, guys, wherever you are. Let me know if you enjoyed this version of the reading. This is very different. It was more like telling a story, which is one of my all-time favorite pastimes, is telling stories. So let me know in the comments below. Also, I will be offering a meditation, a healing meditation. I'm being called to do that. I was going to do it yesterday, but I really needed to step into my power more. This eclipse really kicked my bum this past weekend. I was very fatigued and very weak. So as I gain my energy now, as we move into this week, I may do it for Lionsgate, which is 8/8, August 8th. So it may be coming up for August 8th, but I may do something before then. And there will be a love donation, an energy donation for this meditation, and I will tell you guys more about it. I'll be posting in the community section of my channel, and I'll be letting you know as we come closer to that date. Have a beautiful night, guys, and I will see you in the next reading.